Greetings for the day to everyone. Today we have come over here to discuss the new opportunities after COVID-19. What job roles will be there? What new opportunities will be there? Which educational sector is going to boom? What career opportunities that you should seek out for? So all these things we will discuss in today's webinar. I am not going to share any kind of presentation and bore you guys. So it will be more of an interaction session. I would like you all to post questions, and you can post them through the chat section or the question section that you have, and you can also access the handouts. We will do a polls also. So I will be launching 2 polls during the whole session. And so during the registrations, you guys have posted some questions, so I'll be addressing those as well. So without any further ado, let's start our today's session. So what are the opportunities that we are looking after the COVID-19? It has impacted a lot, and this kind of a situation never ever came into existence for the global base. So we will discuss it today. And I want you all to stay with me till the end, because there is a surprise for you at the end of the session. You would be receiving a small gift and appreciation for your presence for this webinar. So please be there till the end. The gift will be disclosed to you at the end of the webinar. So what job opportunities are we looking at after COVID-19? So very frankly, let me tell you that there will be a lot of job opportunities available in the market, but still they will be very less. People will feel that the job opportunities are very less. So why this is going to happen is because these job opportunities are coming in the booming sectors only. And the traditional jobs that we are looking at, they will be completely scrapped off, or maybe there will be a huge decrease in them. So what traditional jobs are we talking about? So these traditional jobs would be maybe software developer with Java, that will be scrapped off. Maybe electronics engineer, he or she might be scrapped off. Maybe the hiring will be low. So what we are looking for? So in which job sector there will be a lot of job opportunities or offerings? Where will be the crowd flowing now? This COVID-19 somehow has got a gap in what people are doing right now and what should be done. So as you have seen, many companies have already said that even after the COVID, we are going to offer work from home. So like TCS has committed that for the next 5 years till 2025, it's 90% of the staff will be working online or from work from home. So this kind of a situation brings a lot of new changes in the market. So if people are not going to the offices, then the traditional jobs where you expect to have a desk, you expect to go to office daily, will be scrapped off. Then what kind of a situation we are looking at? So these job opportunities will be very high, where people will be working on technologies, people will be working on new domains. But the jobs that we expected, that someone is going into the office doing accounts, someone who is going into the office and doing finances, that will be completely off the grid, in my opinion. Eventually, the job market will look for skills rather than education qualification. So right now, at this point, people want high output in low expenses. So if an employee is at a higher cost, the CTC is at a higher end, the organization will think what kind of a skills the employee brings to the table, whether his skills are matching the market's requirement or not. So maybe even if you're holding some PhD or and post-graduation degree, it won't matter as far as you have the skills that the company is looking for. And let me tell you, so previously one job role required any one particular kind of a skill, but now the expectations are changing. The market is becoming hybrid and interdisciplinary. So the company might expect you to be good with finances as well and to be good with programming as well. So even if someone says that I am from an accounts background and I don't know how to program in Python, maybe he'll have a tough time landing in the market. So this situation is bound to happen in the upcoming times, and you need to be dynamic to face the jobs that are coming in the future. So you need to be interdisciplinary. Your degree is one thing that will tell people that, okay, he's qualified, he's educated, but the skills will tell more about you rather than the degree that you hold. As I said, the advanced technologies will take over the traditional way the people are working. So what are these? People and organizations will go paperless in a while. So whatever bookkeeping you are doing or whatever notes that you are taking on your notebook, they will be over it. Why? The manufacturing will be low. The demand for trees will increase. People want environmental considerations after this corona and everything. People will focus more on health. So trees will be cut down less. People will focus more on going on paperless. So like our organization, HunarPro, we have been completely paperless organization for the last 1 month. So this kind of a situation will arise, and we are not facing any kind of a problem. So this kind of a situation will come up. Now, what advanced technologies we are looking at? We are looking at AI in the booming aspect. So we were thinking that AI is something of the future, but no. Now AI is what is working in the present. People are looking for job roles in AI domain. People are looking for employees to hire in the AI domain, in the data science domain. What about non-CS background people? What about management people background? Now you will have to work closely with the technologies. So even if you are a management professional, you hold a degree in management, you have a commerce background, you will have to be related to the technologies. So you might be wanting to learn some softwares that are coming up. So this softwares are like maybe Zoho CRM, you should be aware of. You should be able to do analytics. So maybe you're doing bookkeeping. Your manager will ask you a question that what are the finance trends in the previous years. So for that, you will have to have a strong software background. You should be able to work on some softwares that can help you do this kind of analysis. So even if you are from a non-technical background, you will require the technical knowledge. That is one thing. So what is my looking after the immediate effect is that there will be a 50% reduction in the traditional jobs. So we are talking about two job roles. One is the modern day jobs that are going to come up in after COVID-19, and we are talking about the traditional jobs, the way people were working before COVID-19. So I think the way people were working, it will be drastically reduced to 50%. So 50% of the total workforce. So let's say in India, if there are 60 crores of people working right now, so 30 crores of people will move forward towards a new technological job. Maybe they will have to cope up with the technologies that the office or their organizations are bringing up. What booming fields are we talking about? So I'll give you top 5 booming fields that I expect that they will grow within this year itself. So at number 1 would be robotics. Robotics will boom like anything because people now want manufacturing facilities to be completely automated. If people are not going to come to the work, so like in some car manufacturing facility, if all the work is done by man, then all the cars were stopped in production during this COVID-19 situation. If all the masks were made by men, then there was a shortfall of masks being produced. So these kind of an automation will be required. So that is why robotics will boom a lot. The second most important industry would be the pharma industry. People will expect good drugs. People will expect good nutrition. People will expect that if some another viruses or some other biochemical weapons are launched by countries, then our pharma situation should be strong. Our pharma companies should be strong enough to get hold of them. So that will be a second sector where pharma research, pharma marketing will grow. The third important field that will grow is the data science field. People will want analytics. People will want what is the trends. Accordingly, people will make the decisions. So COVID-19 has given us a lot of data about people's behavior, why this virus happened, from where it happened, how many people were affected. All this was data analytics. So people will make decisions based on this. So people will find out whether we are, working in this kind of a environment where we are protected through our data. Our data is giving us most of the information to take our decisions. So maybe another field, my fourth field that will boom a lot is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence will boom to predict such kind of scenarios and to predict how much funds or how much efforts is required to come out of these kind of situations. So AI in prediction. So I'm talking about subfields as well. So AI is a broad field. What most importantly people will look at is AI predictions based on the previous data for predicting the calamities that are going to come up, to determine what kind of a workforce do we require, what kind of a salary that we should provide. The fifth field that will boom a lot is designing. People are now becoming design centric. What looks good sells good. So companies will look at design job roles. Right now, if we see MFA, so Bachelor of Finance and Masters of Finance, is a quite booming sector right now. People are looking for job roles, and people are looking for employees with these kind of degrees and these kind of skills of Photoshop or maybe Adobe Illustrator, designing some characters. People are looking in that sector. So designing is one field where people will move towards more. Now comes an important aspect, that is, do we launch our business right now? So what about startups? If we want to do freelancing or we want to work for ourselves, is it a better time to enter the market? In my opinion, it's the best time that you can have to launch your businesses, to have your startups. Yes, the money in the market, it's very low at this point. People are not having enough money, or the investors are not ready to invest out of this market. But innovation is the success to any startup. Finding a way out of doing maximum output in minimum funds it's always been a task for an entrepreneur. So this future entrepreneurs should look at that. You should have a high output with the lowest budget and the lowest funding. So that will be one part of it. The second part is that since people are becoming negative about China and its way of dealing with people and what has happened in the previous years, now the industries that were in China, they are looking to shift their offices or shift their manufacturing facilities. And Indian government has already offered a lot of opportunities for them. So Make in India mission, Invest India mission, they are Invest in India mission. So these missions are working towards bringing these kind of industries in India. So when one industry, one big company comes to some country, there are small businesses that can give their consultancies or give their some advantages to these kind of a big companies. A big company doesn't do all the work by its own. It always outsources some of its work. So these gives an opportunity for startups to get a huge client base. And government is also giving funds to establish new industries. And government has already declared the 3 trillion rupees of funds for the MSME sectors. So that will be a huge boost for the current startup that have already been established. So the MSME fund, it is only for the current startups who are already lending. It is not for people who are right now thinking of starting up. So please be sure that there is a confusion between that. You will definitely get funds, but bootstrapping is what helps a lot during the startup. Being said that, this is the scenario of job, and this is the scenario of business and startups. How do we cope up with this? So to cope up with this, the first and most important part is that, okay, you're carry forwarding your degree, your education, it's fine. It is an essential thing. But more essential in the market would be your skill training. What kind of a skills you are having, what kind of a training you have taken on those skills. So you say you are skilled in Photoshop, you design a very good portfolio, but are you a certified Photoshop editor? That is what companies will ask you, or that is what your clients will ask you when you pitch into your clients. So how many people are Photoshop certified in your company? That is going to be asked. If you say I'm a robotist, I'm a hobbyist, yeah, okay, fine, but there are people who are having certifications or skill training done in these kind of fields, so they will have a better weightage on others. So skill training is one part where you will be judged, and you should be focusing on that, how much ever knowledge that you can gain and hands-on training that you can gain, that will help you a lot. The second is, your training is done, everything is done, okay, to know something, your project experience will matter more than what your assignments that you're doing in your college. Why I'm saying is that because the market is shifting a lot. Already Google or Tesla, these kind of an innovative companies don't focus on your education qualifications. So even in their job forms, the educational field is not a compulsory field, but their skill set field is a compulsory field. Many people are having no degrees who are working in these kind of offices. So they are the benchmark in the industry, those who are sustaining this kind of a flow. Now the companies which were working in the traditional arena, they will also start focusing on this situation. I'm not saying that degree is not important. Degree will be important. So maybe degree where degree will be important. Someone is having a degree, you are not having a degree. He is having some skill sets. You are also having the skill sets. Now, whom to select? Of course, the person with the degree will be preferred because he is having an added advantage to you. So that is why coping up with your degree will be more important. You will have to set aside your time along with your regular education to give more and more time towards your skill education. Uh, okay, now when you say that we all are having some factors, so when you go for your placements, so what is the situation of the placements? Companies will come to the colleges for placement. Companies want people to work, but that will be very, very competitive. So now if you have a placement ratio of around 70% in your college, that will go down to 35% for the next 2 to 3 academic years. And that 35% competing in that market will be very important. Yeah, according to the AICT's guideline, internships were compulsory and internships will be more compulsory now. Having an internship experience is a must now. If you don't have an internship experience, maybe you will have a hard time working in any other company because you don't have the professional experience, or secondly, finding any job. So even at the beginning, when you are looking for the jobs, there will be students who are having internship opportunities. So Internshala, even our company is offering internships. So these kind of platforms always do offer internships. Now, will the internship market increase? Will the companies offer more internship? Yes. So you will see that the job opportunities will be less, but the internship opportunities will be very high. Because one thing is that companies can invest in you to get trained. It will be a very low cost, and they can get their work done by you at a very low stipend. So what will happen is that whatever budget they are setting aside for a permanent employee, in the half of the budget, they can get the work done by an intern. So this kind of an internship opportunities will increase, and the more experience you have, the better opportunities you will get. Now, being said about this, there is one important factor that everyone should consider. We have faced this problem. People stay unemployed for a lot of time. They say that I'm not able to find the company who is working in that domain. I'm specialized in that domain. The salary is low or something like that. I'll say two important things. Flexibility and commitment is very important in this situation. You should be flexible with whatever salary that you are getting from your company. I'm not saying don't negotiate. You should negotiate, but when it's rejected, I think you should take the job. It is for those who are aiming for the job opportunities. So in whatever salary bracket you are finding yourself suitable, you should take that offer. The second thing is that there was an zigzag flow for moving upstairs in the corporate ladder. I feel that for now, for the next 5 to 6 years, you should stay committed to one company. You should move to the next company only when you have a confirmed job offer letter. If you leave a job, there is no guarantee that you will get back onto another job. So that is important aspect, that flexibility and commitment should be there now in the genes of each and every students. That is all that I have to offer you. This is the current scenario in the market. So we will take question and answers that have come up. So, but before that, I would like to tell you that we have started a program called Career Advantage Program at HunarPro. Now we have seen that this kind of a situation is arising. We have done our analysis. That is why we have come to you guys for this webinar. We want to share this kind of an information with everyone. So we thought that there is a huge need that people find the right job and people get trained in the particular field which is going to boom. So that is why we have launched the Career Advantage Program. It is a 10 weeks extensive internship program where for the 10 weeks You will be learning the technologies first of all for the first 5 weeks, and the next 5 weeks you will be getting real industry projects by our industry partners, and you will be working with the strong industry leaders as a mentor, as they will be your mentors, and you will be working on their projects. They will be continuously taking your feedback. You will be continuously giving them output, and at the end of your internship on the 10th week, you will have your training certificate as well as your internship letter in the particular project that you have aimed. What kind of a projects that are being offered right now? So we have collaborated with 5 industries right now. They are in the domain of robotics, hospitality robotics, medical robotics, and they are into designing as well. We have tied up with firms in the designing. The opportunities are there in the marketing. So these projects are already already decided, and we are actively looking for interns to work on these projects. So that is why we have launched this career advantage program, because learning the skills that are high in demand is very much essential for you right now, and getting accredited with a certificate is always important. After the internship, we are also offering placement guidance and mentoring for you. So till you are placed, we will constantly send you the job opportunities that are available. We will seek we will put our mentors to you to find out what are the flaws in your resumes, in your CVs. We will constantly pitch in to companies for you and send you the updates that these and these companies are offering these and these job roles. So the career advantage program is there. I have shared a handout in this session, so you can look at the brochure for the program. Now, taking the questions that have come up from your registrations. So first, Prajwal has asked, what would be the job market scenario as compared to that it was before COVID-19? So as I said, the traditional jobs will be reduced to 50%, and there will be a hike of 100% in the new technological jobs. So next question that has come up is a very nice question. Devashish has asked how to grow our business during this lockdown period. As I said, this is a huge opportunity for the businesses to grow. And in my opinion, the best way to grow your business is digitally. People will prefer digital interaction over any physical interaction. So to grow your business, social media will help you. Offering your products online will help you. Even if your products are physical, you should think of a way to get them digital. Maybe if it's a product, you should start selling them on online portals rather than opening up a shop. That is what I will suggest you guys. So that is how you could grow your business. Collaboration is one thing for any business to grow now, since there will be a lot of cluttering of businesses. So people should think of collaborating with other companies or other businesses, small businesses, and start working in collaboration. About computer science and engineering field. So about computer science and engineering field, focus on AI and data science. That's my suggestion for you. So some Tapan Kumar is there. He's a professor, and he wants to know what changes will come in the field of teaching post COVID-19. After COVID-19, most of the education will go digital. Maybe you will be able to, you will be needed to attend your colleges only for the practical sessions. Rest your lectures will be conducted online. There will be a huge shift, humongous shift in the education sector. You will be shifting towards a more digital inclination, and you will have to accommodate that change at a very faster rate. All your assignments will be submitted online, lectures will be conducted online, only practical sessions will be done in your colleges, and that too in a specific social distancing manner or in batch wise. The next question is that how study loss will be recovered after this pandemic. So Smile has asked this question, and it's a very valid question, that you have faced a loss of your study or loss of your academics during this situation. So how this loss will be covered afterwards. So very frankly, this loss is for all the batches that are in the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, or maybe fifth year. Everyone is facing this loss. So when you, as I said, for the next 5 years, you should not skip or you should not do, because these 5 years, the batch will be affected more. So for you, what you did in this COVID-19 will be a hot question for your interviewers. You cannot say I binge watch. You cannot say I helped my mother. They will ask for a strong review, or maybe you will have to submit an essay or any report that what you did on COVID-19. So to cover that loss, in my opinion, you should focus on work from home internships. You should do a lot of online courses and get the certifications as well. Just doing the courses, auditing the courses will not help. Having certificates will be important, because that will be a proof that you are certified to do this kind of a skilled activity. So internship is a must. Skill programs, skill trainings is a must. The third important thing is developing projects and filing patents is very much important now. IPR will be very booming again. People will see what kind of a patents, what kind of a copyrights, what kind of a trademarks that you're having. So to recover this study loss, you should look for internship opportunities, or you should already be engaged in some internship. You should be doing online courses or training programs in the specific skill domain. Now, another question is that, okay, we have covered this. What business would grow after COVID-19? How economy will revive? Prashi has asked this question. So there will be a sharing economy for sure. Sharing economy is something like Uber. So Uber doesn't hold any assets in terms of Uber doesn't own any car. Uber doesn't have to give salary to any of the drivers. So for Uber, even the driver is a customer, and the people riding the car are the customers. So it's a sharing economy. The person riding the car is giving the money directly to the driver. The Uber is taking part of a commission as in for their operations. So that is how the economy will grow, and co-creation businesses will grow a lot. So that is my answer to this. How students should deal with stress and trauma during lockdown, and the outcomes of this in their uncertain future. Mehek has asked this question. So for the stress and trauma during this period, it is coming because you are not focusing on your career. Simply, this is the best time that you have in your hand. You have the best opportunities of your lifetime. Convert this opportunity into gold. That's what I say. Focus on internships, engage yourself in projects, engage yourself in online courses, engage yourself in co-creation, work out with your friends, find out some new startup idea, find out some new product ideas, develop them. So that would be my suggestion. There will be no stress and there will be no trauma. Another question is that, okay, let's take up another question. Future challenges in education along with the job opportunities in the pharmaceutical industry. Shweta has asked it. So in the pharmaceutical industry, there will be a huge rise in admissions. So people will prefer going into the pharma industry more. And I think there will be plenty of job opportunities in the pharma industry. So the way we had in engineering, that plenty of colleges, plenty of students, plenty of jobs, similar thing can happen in the pharmaceutical industry as well. Which field will be in demand after the lockdown gets open? So I told you the 5 fields: AI, data science, robotics, pharmaceutical industry, and designing. These are the hot topics that will come up immediately after COVID-19. Then whether I can pursue MBA after this COVID-19. Of course, you should have your post-graduation. You should study as much as possible. But as I said, along with the traditional degree course that you're doing, you should have skills. So along with your MBA, you should also know how to do programming. You should also know digital marketing. You should also know something about financial tools. So that is what I will suggest. The question was asked by Gopika. Let's take another question. One question by Biswajit Naik. How to earn money after lockdown being a student? As I said, companies will prefer co-creation. So even at HunarPro, we have a campus ambassador program. We want students to earn while they are learning, and we want them to work with us as well. So similar to us, there are multiple companies who are looking for students working part-time and doing the job. So What job roles students will have in earning the money is that if someone wants to earn on their own, then blogging, YouTubers, they are already booming. Many of the YouTubers have come up now because people had time to see more videos right now. So that is one part, blogging and YouTubing. For those who want to work with some company and earn, there will be campus ambassadors program. You should look out for them. There will be huge work on Amazon MTurk. So if you have not heard about MTurk, it is Amazon's website where they give micro tasking to people. So you should look out for that. Students can earn good amount of money through Amazon MTurk. And there will be other platforms like Fever is there. So you should look out for the jobs from there. Let's take another questions. What is the most important to the graduation students after the COVID-19? Mudhasini has asked this question. So I think I have already addressed this question, that you should look out for skills rather than degree, and you should be flexible and committed. Now let's take some questions from our question sessions over here. What are the opportunities for Masters of Pharmacy? Research will be strong in pharmacy, and research will be strong in the pharmacy, finding new cures to the upcoming viruses will be very much highlighted. So yeah, there will be research opportunity for Masters of Pharmacy, and even pharmacy industry will be booming. So job opportunities will be there. Then there is this question: suggest some good online courses website with certification. Pujit has asked this. So Pujit, I'll suggest you see our Instagram page. We are giving good and online live training programs at just 99 rupees with certification. So all of you can head over to our Instagram page. It is at the rate HunarPro, or you can see hunarpro.com, and you will see a lot of courses, and all the courses are taught live. So even when you have any doubts or sessions, you can get them cleared online through our platform. So it is not recorded. You don't have to wait to get your question answered, or it is not monotonous. Our courses online are completely live. You can head over to them and look for them. Then what is the next question? I am pursuing MA final in psychology. My internship is postponed due to COVID-19. What would you like to suggest me? I'm already working on my research projects. So MA psychology sounds good. What you should now work on is management and business courses. So you should have some experience in management and business courses, and you should look out for freelance psychological or clinical testing. So you should start looking in the startup sector, I think, because there will be a lot of opportunities in the psychological sector for businesses. So many CEOs, many people need the consultations. So for you, I think I can suggest the CAP program that we are doing, and you can join the management internship with us. How about commerce field after COVID-19? Commerce field will be there for sure. There is no going back. But commerce people will have to think more technically as well. So if you have some commerce degree, you should think about having some technological skills as well. I am a mechanical engineering. What skills shall I adapt? Very good question. For mechanical engineers, CAD and CAE is a very good field, and they should focus on it. Because, as I said, designing will be booming, and so true is for the mechanical aspect also. For mechanical products, CAD designing will be booming, and doing their animation and simulation will be an important part of it. So I think you should have an internship and some courses done in that particular field. And then, will technical assistance to agriculture industry be a good idea considering the crisis? It will be a very good idea. Now, many laborers and many people are moving from one city to other city. So this will be a huge opportunity for them, because many people will prefer agriculture. They will feel that going to village and doing farming is very good rather than earning more money in the cities. So even if they work in cities, they'll be getting like 10,000, 8,000 rupees. So they'll feel that, okay, it's better I'll do farming in my own place. At least I'll be satisfied and will be safe. So finding some technological assistance and finding some new technologies for them will be a very good idea. Another question: what jobs will be there which will require a good communication skills? So translational jobs will be there. People will start interacting with international organizations online. So online interaction will happen more. So you should prefer translational jobs. And what else you could do with communication skills is, of course, business and management. And teaching is a good field. If you are good at communication skills, then you should focus on doing online education or working with some company who is providing online education. Then suggest some good website for doing online certification courses. Again, I'll do the branding for HunarPro. See HunarPro's website, see the program section, see our Instagram page. We are offering online courses at just 99 rupees with certification. If you don't find the course that you're looking for, then apart from our website, there are courses on Coursera, EDX, MIT, OCW. So these are good professional courses. And then any other questions? Most of the questions. If I have not, then I would request everyone to please drop your questions. I'll wait for another 5 minutes. So till then, I'll tell you the surprise element of the session today. I'll tell you the surprise element of today's session, that as we have discussed of the CAP program today, all of you will be. This offer is only till tomorrow evening. So I think if you want to register for the Career Advantage program, you can check your mails. You have received the link at a 10% discounted rate. So that was the surprise for today's session. Kailash has asked one question. I am interested in web development. What should I have to do after this final year? Kailash, you should find job opportunities. First of all, you should prefer a job over freelancing, because web development is very crowded in freelancing. So I think if you get a job, it will be better. You will have a fixed income. And other than that, with web development, you should focus on integrating analytics and artificial intelligence into your websites. So websites are becoming more and more smart nowadays. So even before your website launches on your browser, it accumulates data from your cookies, and this data gives a lot of hint about you. So maybe say that you should work on analytics and embedding analytics in your web development skills. So that is what I'll suggest. I think one more question is there. Skills from electronics engineer other than robotics. Other than robotics, if you're seeking any good opportunity being an electronics engineer, I'll say that you should focus on Internet of Things, first of all, because the traditional VLSI designs and traditional circuit designs or electrical jobs, I think now companies will look at people who are having the skills of IoT and VLSI designing both. So VLSI designing or circuit designing, these are the topics that are covered in your traditional education. Apart from that, you should have a knowledge of Internet of Things, being an electronics engineer. Apart from Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, the concepts of Industry 4.0 are very important, because now Industry 4.0 will also get outdated. Industry 5 will come very soon, very rapidly. So you should focus on Industry 4 right now until Industry 5 is coming up, so that you don't have problem in going up in Industry 5's concept. Is learning Python a good idea to start with? Yes, Avinash, it is perfectly fine. Python is a versatile language. It will help you a lot. It will give you idea in data science as well. It will give you idea in artificial intelligence, and it will help you in web development as well. So in the previous question, I told that you can focus on embedding data analytics in your website. So Python is a good language. Python can bridge the gap between HTML and traditional JavaScripts into analytics. So yes, Python is a good idea to start with. I hope I have answered all your questions. and I hope that you will be very much interested in the Career Advantage program. And I see you all in the CAP program. It is going to start on the 10th of June, but we have a very limited seats. So I'll just launch two polls. So I think you already have given answers to those polls. Thank you very much. Your feedback is very much important. So do give your feedback at the end of the session. And if you have any questions, feel free to always mail us on our website. We will be sure to answer you guys. And you can always interact with us through our social media accounts. We are active on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn as well. So let's end today's session with this note. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there. Don't forget to check out your emails after the session. Thank you.